So what if I told you that the key to totally rewriting your financial future wasn't in your morning hustle, but in the last 20 minutes before you go to sleep? And now we're not talking about some exhausting new productivity hack. We're talking about a simple, quiet routine that actually uses the unique power of your brain at night to fundamentally change your entire relationship with money.
You know that feeling, right? It's late, you're scrolling through your phone, and you keep telling yourself, okay, tomorrow will be different. But there's still that quiet little hum of anxiety in the background. If you feel like you're just running in place with your finances, you are definitely not alone. And we're about to look at a way to finally break that cycle.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? We all have this great plan in our heads. We're going to budget, we're going to save more, we're going to stop the impulse buys. But then reality hits, and there's this painful gap between what we want to do and what our bank account actually says. It is so frustrating, and it can really make you feel like you're just failing. But here's the thing. The problem isn't your plan, it's your mindset.
So that brings us to what I call the nightly money trap. We all know the basics, right? Save more, spend less. So why is it so ridiculously hard to actually do it? Well, it turns out the biggest obstacle isn't the math. It's the wiring in our brains, especially after the sun goes down.
Now get this. The Federal Reserve found that almost 37% of Americans couldn't cover a surprise $400 emergency. But listen, this is not a story about failure. It's a story about a very common human challenge. The good news is you absolutely do not have to be a part of that statistic. We're going to explore exactly how you can take control and build a much more secure future for yourself.
And here is the absolute bottom line. It's not just about how much money you make, it's about how you think about money. A positive, proactive money mindset, well, that leads to better decisions. But a negative, reactive one can keep you stuck forever. The real battle for your wealth is fought right inside your head.
Okay, so let's dig into how this works, because your brain is kind of like a muscle, and after a whole day of making decisions, it's tired. And a tired brain, it's way more likely to make mistakes. That's why having a simple, structured financial routine you can follow at night, even when you're not feeling sharp, is a total game changer. Think about it. During the day, our brains are just bombarded. There's the email dings, the social media ads, that impulse to just grab a coffee. But at night, things get quieter. And this is when our brain shifts gears. It goes from being reactive to being reflective. It's truly our best window to honestly look at our day and plan for the future with all that noise. But here's the wild part. Research shows that this same end-of-day fatigue also makes us way more vulnerable to emotional spending. You know, that late-night online shopping binge. But we can totally flip this and use it to our advantage. The exact moment we're most suggestible is the perfect time to intentionally reprogram our financial habits for the better. And that brings us to the solution, the 20-minute financial reset. It's a really simple 5-step routine that works with your quiet, reflective night brain to turn that financial anxiety into intentional action. So, for the next few slides, let's walk through each step.
These 5 steps right here are designed to completely transform your financial life. They're quick, they're easy, and each one only takes a few minutes. Now, individually, they might seem small, but when you put them together consistently, they create this powerful compounding effect that can reshape your entire financial reality.
Okay, step 1 is all about trading fear for facts. Just take a quick 3-minute look at these 3 numbers. That's it. No spreadsheets, no deep analysis. This is not about judging yourself. It's just about getting a clear, honest baseline. Because you can't get where you want to go if you don't even know where you're starting from.
Step 2 is where you become a bit of a detective of your own habits. We all have spending triggers, right? Stress, boredom, even celebrating. This isn't about making yourself feel guilty. It's about getting curious. Just ask yourself, what feeling was I trying to solve with my wallet today? And hey, did it even work?
And wow, this chart, this really brings it home. Let's say you realize you have a $10 a day takeout habit. That adds up to over $3,600 a year. But the real magic is the compounding. Invested over time, that tiny daily leak can turn into a 6-figure hole in your net worth. See, you don't need more discipline, you just need this perspective.
Step 3 uses a really powerful psychological tool that's backed by research from places like UCLA. You know, it's funny, we kind of treat our future self like a total stranger we don't really care about. So for just 2 minutes, this exercise builds an emotional bridge to that person, making their goals feel real and urgent today.
And this is the question that reframes everything. Now, when you're about to click Buy Now, the question isn't, am I depriving myself? It's, does this help or hurt that person I just visualized? All of a sudden, saving money isn't a sacrifice anymore, it's a vote for your future. Now for step 4, which makes this super tangible, the $10 rule. The goal here is simple. Just find $10 you can save or invest tomorrow. That's it. Maybe it's brewing coffee at home, packing a lunch, or canceling one subscription you forgot about. The amount is small enough that it feels totally doable every single day. But, and you knew this was coming, that small daily action starts to add up, and fast. $10 a day becomes $3,650 a year. I mean, that's enough for a serious vacation, a huge boost to your emergency fund, or a solid chunk of a down payment on a car.
And over the long term, thanks to the awesome power of compound interest, that daily $10 could grow into a truly life-changing sum. Now, obviously, market returns are never guaranteed, but it's totally possible for that small habit to become a six-figure nest egg over time. The point isn't the exact number, it's the unbelievable potential packed into one small, consistent action.
And the final step is all about teeing up a win for tomorrow. Just plan one single small money move. It could be setting up that automatic $10 transfer, it could be spending 15 minutes comparing car insurance rates, or it could be as simple as putting a finance book on your nightstand. The whole goal is just to build momentum one tiny win at a time.
So let's talk about how this all compounds, because it's not just about the dollars and cents. When you start making these small, positive financial decisions, you start to feel more confident. You feel more in control. And that feeling makes the next good decision even easier. You're literally creating a powerful, positive upward spiral.
And this might be the most surprising benefit of all. You see, financial anxiety thrives in the dark, in that vague, nagging feeling of the unknown. When you have a clear picture of your finances, you feel more in control. And when you feel more in control, you're so much less likely to make those impulsive, stress-based decisions.
So here's the deal. I'm inviting you to try this. I'm not asking you to make some huge lifelong commitment right now. Just try this routine for 1 week. That's it, 7 nights. I think you'll be genuinely surprised at how much of a difference it makes to end your day with intention instead of anxiety.
Here it is, the checklist for your 7-night challenge. Each step is so simple. Check your 3 key numbers. Write 1 sentence reflecting on your spending. Visualize your future. Find $10 to save. And plan 1 small money move for tomorrow. That's the whole thing.
You have the power to change your financial future. It's not built with one giant, heroic leap. It's built with small, consistent steps, night after night. This routine is just a tool. The real power is in your hands. So the only question left is, what's your first money move going to be?